Yeah, we're kind of taught a bit of a spray and pray approach sometimes, I think. And I
Yes.
don't know if that's like come from the corporate world or out of desperation to make it big or a bit of both. But I've definitely
Yeah.
noticed um authors want to do all the things. And I get that. I like doing lots of things. That's more because I get bored than anything else.
Yeah.
But I really like when we spoke to Nicholas Eric, he said like in his book that you should basically focus on three things and make sure they're things you enjoy doing and that actually make a difference. Don't like and channel all your energy into those things because you'll get more
Right.
done and see greater returns.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the that will definitely work for some people in terms of like limiting it that much will definitely work for some people. For some people, and you mentioned that like I get bored quickly and so I need to do all these other things. For some people, my best advice is just don't keep doing everything that you start. Like quit things very quickly because so the spread of people who need to do that like only do one thing and do it really great like that whole I think there was actually a book that came out that was called One Thing, right? And it was very high focus, like only pay attention to one thing. The people who do well with that need to do that. And then the people who don't, but they still need to know to quit stuff quickly. So like if you are a person who gets bored and tries everything, then you can't also be the person who continues to do everything that you start. So I feel like whichever of those two sides you fall into, one of them needs to be the approach that you take. We can't just indiscriminately keep doing everything that we think is going to move the needle.
And one thing you said there in particular is evaluating whether it's working, like stepping back and evaluating. And I don't think I've really done that very much, to be honest with you. I don't think
Right.
I've really thought about it enough to do that, to have that awareness of each different technique. So that's interesting as well.
Yeah, the evaluation process for me has to include both my own feelings on the subject, because I think a lot of us have an intuitive sense for what really works for us and what doesn't, that we don't pay attention to enough. And also some kind of objective measure, right? Like, is it actually making me money? And I know a lot of people who are in the nonfiction industry have some really good tools about how to evaluate that stuff. And I think there's some that are readily available, like, picking which of the places that I'm spending my time are really making an impact on sales, for instance, but I think we don't often enough ask questions about our well being. Like, is it actually, because, like, and I'm not anti TikTok. I personally love TikTok, but TikTok is a great example that's current to, our 2022 life. It is currently becoming the fad for everyone to try to utilize TikTok as heavily as they can, but we're not taking into account how it affects our well-being. So some of us who are not seeing the kind of results that other people are seeing, but we're spending 50, 60, 75% of our time trying to make TikTok work, that it's quote supposed to work for everyone, then we are not actually evaluating the cost to our own self. And then additionally, we're often not evaluating the results that we're getting on it with an objective eye.